it's funny sometimes because like, sometimes I've looked at people like on the canvas, and people go, oh, I mean, friends of mine have said, oh, didn't you feel bad for him? I always kind of felt like, well, not right away. I mean, as long as he gets up, no, because he would be just as happy doing that to me. You know what I mean? And it's not a personal thing. Like, I can't remember ever having gone in there angry at all. I just want to win. You know what I mean? And like, I did that with a little bit of maybe ferocity at times. But like, my only objective is to win. I can't think of a time where I wanted to do anything else. My dad would pick me up on Friday evenings, or my brother would. And the first place they'd take me was to the gym. I mean, he was like my first boxing trainer. I mean, at one time me and my father were very close, and I would spend a lot of time like, kind of picking his brain and just listening to and trying to absorb the type of things that he was trying to impart, you know. And he's talked about so many things, you know. I mean, I think that he's very single-minded about the things that he's trying to get accomplished. And in a certain respect, I mean, I'm the same way. Maybe not quite as rigid, but yeah, I'm definitely single-minded. Influenced by my brother? Yeah, I was. And we were very close when I was younger. He was a big brother, you know. And, I mean, I would go to see his fights.
Who's this guy? This is my little brother, Takumo Olajide. He's a jiu-jitsu champ for sure.
So I followed him around all the time, and like we would do things together. As a boxer, he was a very flashy dresser, you know what I mean? He had jerry curls and wore tassels and all these like sequins outfits. Won't be taking after him in that respect. But yeah, no, definitely.
I was confident that he'd stop the fighter in rounds to come.
And so yeah, I mean, all the time that I spent with them, we were doing something involving boxing. I mean, I remember like they had this huge collection of like Betamax tapes, and like we'd watch boxing all the time. My father would always be talking to my brother about boxing, about something that he had done or hadn't done in a workout or in a fight or something, you know. So yeah, all the time that like, never more than like 5 or 10 minutes would go by where boxing wasn't mentioned. Yeah, I mean, boxing kind of chose me. I didn't really choose it, and not that I don't. That shouldn't sound as though I have any regrets, because I love what I do. 1, 2, 3. I remember when I must have been about 4 or 5. My brother, he was being interviewed, so I was sitting there, and I was hitting the double end bag or something, and like, they came over and like shot a little bit of it, and one of the people that were giving the interviews came over to me and started asking me some questions, you know, and he was like, well, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I was like, well, I want to be a world champion boxer. And he was like, well, why? And I was like, I looked at him like he was silly. I was like, because I want to. You know what I mean? So I can't remember there ever being a time where I didn't want to be a boxer. That's always the way it's been. Boxers are some strange cats. You know what I mean? Like, they're really weird. I fought a guy once, and he was like walking the length of the dressing room, screaming at the top of his lungs. And so this guy came out while he was being introduced, stood at the middle of the ring, pointed at me, pointed down, put his hands up, and then like did a thing where he was like slinging a gun and putting it back in his holster. You know what I mean? So a minute and 12 seconds later, he like slumped on the ropes, asleep. All the guys that I've seen who know how to box don't have to do that kind of nonsense. All the talking, all the intimidating that needs to be done, they do it when the bell rings. Flip around, jump on your head, I don't care what you do. The only thing that matters to me is what happens when the bell rings. Before the fight theatrics, that's never been my style of boxing or anything else. First pro fight was was a lot of fun. It was at Bally's in Atlantic City, and I fought a guy named Kelly Shaver. He was a southpaw actually, which threw me off for about a split second, and I adjusted to it and had no problem. I didn't feel like he was really there trying to win as much as he was just trying to make me look bad. You know what I mean? He was a little bit awkward and a little trying to be cute. But I sent him home.